In this video, I'll walk you through what my ideal credit card setup would look like. Although there is a catch, and that is I can only use credit cards I currently do not have. This video is a response to Daniel Brown's challenge to credit card creators. So shout out to Daniel for the challenge, and this is my response to it. Now, I currently have 5 credit cards, so I'm still fairly new to my own credit card journey. So there are tons of options and combinations I can go about in creating an alternative credit card setup. Similar to what I have now, I'll be picking 5 credit cards for this roadmap based on my current knowledge and experience about everything I know about credit cards. Currently working on a hybrid setup with a focus on cashback with the free travel credit cards in there as well. So my alternative credit card setup will be similar to what I'm working on right now as well. Now, I got my first credit card back in college, so I'm going to keep that theme going and open my first credit card during that time as well. Instead of going with a TD cash card like I did during that time, I believe the no annual fee Discover student cashback card is a way better option for college students. Personally, a card that I wish I opened back in college instead. Now, this card offers 5% cashback on routine categories, max at $15 per quarter. Now, these categories can include Amazon.com, grocery stores, and gas stations, and a limited 1% cashback on everything else. Discover has the 5% calendar on their website where you can view the categories for each quarter. Now, the category for Q4 of 2023 is Amazon.com and Target. Therefore, that 5% discount on Amazon and Target as a college student can really help out, and the cashback can easily add up over time. Now, one of my favorite aspects of this card is the sign-up bonus, and that is because Discover will match all the cashback you earned at the end of your first year. Therefore, that 5% becomes 10% cashback for the select categories at the end of the year, and the limited 1% cashback on everything will turn into a limited 2% cashback on everything. Now, I personally prefer this sign-up bonus compared to other credit card sign-up bonuses where you're required to hit a certain spend requirement. Discover lets you decide what your sign-up bonus will be at the end of the year, and also gives you the whole year to work on it as well. That means with the sign-up bonus match at the end of your first year, if you were to spend $15 each quarter on the 10% cashback categories, that would roughly be around $600 cashback at the end of the first year. And that is without anything else you spend on the limited 2% cashback as well. Now, considering I have a cashflow credit card with the Discover student cashback card for that first year, I'll most likely get the second credit card once that sign-up bonus is completed. Now, the timing also helps out as well. Now, after a year of using the Discover cashback card and paying it off in full every month, it has helped build up my credit over that first year. Now, after that first year of on-time payments, we have a better chance of getting approved for a second credit card. Now, for that second credit card in this setup, I'd want to go for a cashflow credit card with at least 2x points on all my purchases. Now, that credit card is card that I have on my personal credit card wish list, and a card that I plan to apply for next year and hopefully get approved for is the Capital One Venture X. Now, the Venture X has that base rate of 2x miles for all purchases, therefore it makes for a great cashflow credit card in this setup. The Venture X also offers 10x miles in hotels and rental cars and 5x on flights booked with the Capital and Travel portal. Now, the Venture X is currently a card that I would like to add to my wallet, but is very difficult to get approved for. Therefore, adding the Venture X early on in this credit card journey can be worth it later on, because Capital One might deny us if they believe we're churning the credit card for the sign-up bonus, or if we have too many revolving accounts on our credit history as well. Unfortunately, the Venture X will also be the first annual fee credit card in this setup with a $395 annual fee. Now, it can be a little scary adding a high annual fee credit card early on in my credit card journey, but I believe as long as we can justify the annual fee, then I believe it's worth it. Capital One does offer credits and bonuses to offset the very high annual fee with the credit card, making it a almost free high-end premium travel credit card. Capital One does justify the $395 annual fee with a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus every year starting the first year, and a $300 annual travel credit for bookings through the Capital and Travel portal. With the bonus and the annual travel credit, we have net positive $5 just for having the credit card every year. At the time of recording, there's a $75,000 sign-up bonus for spending $4,000 within the first 3 months of account opening. Now, that 75,000 miles can be redeemed to $750 cash back with a rate of 1 cent per point. Therefore, that sign-up bonus does pay for the annual fee for the first year. A great way to use the Capital One Venture X miles is to offset travel by transferring the miles out to transfer partners at a 1-to-1 rate. There are tons of transfer partners that the Venture X comes with. You can get up to 2 to 3 cents per mile or more when transferring points out. Therefore, that 10,000 mile anniversary bonus you'll get every single year with the Venture X can be worth about 20,000, 30,000 miles by transferring them out to transfer partners. Of course, that conversion does vary by transfer partner. I'm currently focused on building the taste trifecta in my own personal credit card setup. Therefore, I won't be working on that in this alternative credit card setup if I'll be avoiding any Chase credit cards. One of the best minimal credit card setups in the game right now is the Capital One Duo. Therefore, the next credit card in the setup will have to be Capital One Savor One. The Savor One is a no-annual credit card that offers 3% cashback on dining, streaming services, entertainment, and grocery stores, and a limited 1% cashback on everything else. The card also comes with 10% cashback on purchases made through Uber and Uber Eats, plus a complimentary Uber One membership through statement credits through November 2024, and 8% cashback on Capital One entertainment purchases, and a limited 5% cashback on hotels and rentals booked through the Capital One travel portal. At the time of recording, there's a $200 cashback sign-up bonus once you spend $500 on purchases within the first 3 months of account opening. Now, I will have to wait 6 months for applying for the Savor One because of the 1-6 Capital One rule, which simply states Capital One only approve you for one credit card every 6 months. Now, technically, the Savor One earns cash back through points. You can convert that cash back points to VentureX miles. Therefore, those points I earned from the Savor One can also be used for transfer partners through the VentureX. Therefore, the Capital One duo provides a tremendous amount of value for just 2 credit cards. Therefore, I believe it's a great addition to the setup. Now, with only having 3 credit cards, we already have a solid setup, and would honestly be enough for most people looking for a simple setup. Now, with this current setup that we have 5x points on rotating categories in Discover It, 8% cash back on Capital One entertainment purchases, 3x points back on dining, entertainment, streaming services, and grocery stores from the Savor One, and 10x miles back on hotels, rentals, and 5x flights booked through the Capital One travel portal, and finally a base rate of 2x miles on all purchases with the VentureX. Now, I personally believe this is a hybrid setup. We have the Discover It for cash back with those 5x retaining categories every year, and the Capital One deal to focus on travel through the VentureX. Even though this is a good setup as we have right now, there are a few missing categories we're missing higher than our 2x miles on all purchases, which is why my next 2 credit cards will help cover that cashback gap that we're lacking in the setup. Now, the 4th card I will be adding is the Citi Custom Cash Card. Now, this card offers 5% cash back on purchases in your top eligible spend category each billing cycle, up to $500 in spend, and 1% cash back thereafter. Now, there are tons of 5% eligible categories that the card offers. For example, we have restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select streaming services, and fitness clubs, and many more. Now, the trick with this card is just using one category and nothing else because of the 1% cash back. Now, I will most likely use it for grocery stores since that is usually my second highest spend category every month after rent. At the time of recording, there's $200 sign-up bonus after spending $15 on purchases in the first 6 months of account opening. Now, the cashback you earn from the Citi Custom Cash Card is earned in the form of thank you points, and these thank you points are worth about 1 cent per point in cashback redemption. Now, in this setup, I will be using this credit card as a cashback card. Instead of getting just 1 cent per point in value, we can later build up the Citi Trifecta in the setup later on. The Citi Trifecta is a credit card setup that involves 3 Citi credit cards that maximize rewards on everyday spend. These cards include Citi Double Cash Card, Citi Premier, and the Citi Custom Cash Card. Now, with any other trifecta, the Citi Trifecta lets you pool thank you points together and use them for travel through the Citi transfer partners that they offer, and you can get up to 1.8 cents in value to transfer them out to Citi transfer partners. The Citi Trifecta can be a great addition to the setup, but instead of adding a few more credit cards, I'm going to keep it simple and just add 1 more credit card. The last card will have to be the US Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Credit Card. The US Bank Cash Plus offers 5% cash back on your first $2,000 in combined eligible purchases each quarter on 2 categories you choose, 2% cash back on one everyday category like gas stations or grocery stores, and 1% cash back on everything else. I don't see myself using the 2% cash back categories with this credit card because I already have the VentureX in the setup. Therefore, I would rather be using the VentureX to maximize that card instead. Now, the 5% cash back in our 2 categories of choice is where this card shines because they have tons of categories we can choose from. Now, 2 categories I would pick is most likely home utilities and gym and fitness centers. Now, a nice feature of this credit card is you can choose what category you want to enroll and change that category each quarter. So I can always change what category I want if I know I have a big spend coming up in a certain category. Similar to the Citi Custom Cash Card, this card also comes with a decent sign-up bonus. The sign-up bonus that they're offering this credit card is a $200 sign-up bonus after spending $1,000 within the first 120 days of account opening. To finally recap this setup, we have the Discover It for the 5% rotating categories, the Capital One Duo to maximize your travel, with the VentureX also being the only annual fee credit card and our cashflow credit card in the setup, and finally the Citi Custom Cash Card and the US Bank Cash Plus to maximize our cash back for our everyday spend. Now, this setup isn't perfect, so let me know in the comments below what cards you would have added instead. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching.